You know, I was going to do a normal intro for this video, but I had a better idea. So anyways, the rules for this challenge are simple: no skills, no using any gear not provided in the prologue, no side quests or errands, and of course, ultra hard only. Please enjoy the video. Just like in the beginning of the Zero Dawn run, I'm just going to gloss over the early game since nothing here is really worth mentioning. So after zooming through the Daunt and treating a bald man's insomnia, I collected a bunch of resources and maxed out my weapons and outfit for the rest of the run. From here, I purchased a few useful outfit cools in Plainsong and learned you can skip the Claw Shredder fight before the repair bay. Let me guess, the cauldron door is going to be disabled.
Cordon.
Oh? Wait! After disabling the plowhorn and sucking the first of many sentient AI, it was time to start thinking about how the hell I was going to kill a slaughter spine. Without a reliable status effect to fall back on, or limitless supply of traps, or literally anything that does more than 20 damage, things were looking to be quite difficult. But instead of dying of old age thinking up a proper strategy, I decided to purchase some much needed foods, potions, and pouch upgrades before deciding that I was going to need some good coils for the fights to come. Unfortunately, the outfit coils I wanted were locked behind fairly expensive upgrades that were going to be obnoxious to farm. But I'm not going to make you sit through all that. So after farming processed metal blocks, animal skins, and machine parts for about 3.5 hours, I gathered most of everything I would need for the remainder of the base game. Most importantly, the Quick Trapper +2 coil and the Silent Strike +2 coil. Now, at this point, you'd normally want to go and help out Katalo, which, after leveling up, would make the fights against the other two subordinate gatekeepers significantly easier. But, for whatever reason, I decided to head for Demeter, meaning my first boss fight was going to be a Dreadwing. With the damage of a wet noodle, the health bar of a weenie, and the Dreadwing fighting experience of a toddler, this decision was not good for my sanity. Or at least it would have been if I hadn't found out the Dreadwing is very exploitable. So, after trapping Le Bat in the wall, I farmed him for 15 minutes, accidentally released the beast, and almost had to do it all over again. Oh, it's dead. Fantastic! Now that I'd somewhat conquered the only Dreadwing I need to fight, it was time to head for the Still Sands and begin crafting the Rebreather. I would say this was easy, but it was quite difficult to fight anything when the entire population of burrowers and glintox decided I was no longer fit for living. Regardless, I managed to acquire the parts of the Rebreather and did not head down to fight the Tide Ripper. Instead, I wanted to do something easier for the time being, so I took a lovely vacation to the mountains with Katala, which ended with 2 bangs. Before heading to the cool route, however, I spent some time obtaining and upgrading the awesome Forester outfit, which is in every single one of my playthroughs for some reason. I don't understand why, because there's so many cool options and I can literally use any. Anyways, next I headed to the cool route, which was unsurprisingly easy since it's mostly just standing around and using heavy weapons. Plus, I get massive help from the Ballista during the fight with the Silverfang. With both the meteor and Aether ready to be collected, it was time I returned to the Still Sands to finish what I started. Which ended a lot faster than I thought thanks to some well-used shock traps and helpful allies.
Oh, it's dead!
Finally, it was time for me to start collecting subordinate functions, so I swiped aside and headed up to the mountains to acquire Beta before collecting and depositing the remaining of the functions. So far, things have gone pretty smoothly. I mean, yeah, I used a concerning amount of cheese. And yeah, I was definitely doubting that I'd be able to beat the Slaughter Spine. So, out of respect to Thunderous Bunderous, I took an oath to combat him without any traps. And, after an excessively long sniper battle and some cheese, I came out victorious with nothing short of arthritis. Fortunately, Pharaoh's Tomb was easy per usual, and it was finally time for the very thing I'd been quaking in my boots over since I decided to take up the challenge. Cauldron Gemini. This place kinda sucks. You can't reliably restock on materials, you get shoved into several rooms with loads of machines, and at the very end of the dungeon, an angry slaughter spine attempts to do a number on your already battered bones. Fortunately, that's something a little cheese could easily handle. Not the slaughter spine, that, well, you'll just have to see. But as of right now, I needed to stock up on every resource and trap known to mankind. So, I farmed animal skins for another 30 minutes of my life and began the first fight of Gemini. These guys were pretty straightforward. The best thing I could do here was to keep them separated by manipulating the behemoth's pathing to get it stuck in a corner whilst I whittled away the Ravager's health. Both went down without too much trouble.
There we go!
Yeah, this was also not that bad. By just standing on top of the platform, I could easily single out the leaf lashers and keep my distance from the other machines. They were defeated with ease. Oh, now this was pain. It wasn't necessarily difficult, just extraordinarily tedious. The chances of me defeating all these machines head-on were pretty slim. So I opted to exploit the crawl spaces around the room, which forced the machines to drop aggro since they couldn't reach or see me. And then there was the claw shredder. Not only would he take longer to drop aggro with his more aggressive AI, he also sent me down this horrible train of dying to stupid things. But finally, after exploiting a tunnel harder than I have ever before, Broski died a horrible death, and it was time to see if I had what it takes to destroy a slaughter spine. Whoa, I've never dodged that. That was freaking horrifying. Okay, I absolutely ate that. Nice. Nice.
It's done.
What? How much health does this thing have? Because it sucks. I'm not complaining. That's like the hardest part of the game right there. Following not the hardest part of the game, it was now time to fly over to the grove and probably get absolutely demolished. But fortunately, a trap a day keeps the slap away and Regala died. It was now time to begin preparations for the final boss fight. I mean, final 2 boss fights of the base game. Which means we're farming. Yay. But it turns out that grabbing fish from the ocean makes a lot more shards than hunting for animal skins. Which is so fudging stupid because I've literally wasted so many hours of my life on doing that. So after paying off Aloy's student loans by becoming a fisherman, I headed on over to Zenith Island, skedaddled past all the enemies, dunked on Eric's terrible boss fight, unleashed a loot goblin, and faced off against Spectre Prime. Oh, I can't skip it. No, come on. I always let her jump to the side, and I always do a very cool introduction to the fight. And I'm very patient with this cutscene. No, I'm not. Okay. Well, time to first try this. What? Okay, I did not first try. Damn, that was 1,000 damage right off the rip.
Spectre was designed to survive against more than that.
Can we chill it with the fudging spikes? I don't need a refight frostballs. My acid drop, no! Uh-oh.
I knew you didn't truly want to hurt me.
Okay.
Sticks and
Almost
stones.
dead.
You will lose. Sticks and stones against the lightning.
Come on, keep coming this way. Nice hits! That was beautiful! Nice!
This Spectre was designed to survive against more than that. Sticks and stones against the lightning.
That's staggered. Nice, good hit. Come on. Please don't just pass away. Yes!
You truly want to hurt me.
Oh my gosh, that was painful. I could you not, that was like 10 minutes of straight up fighting. Now, for the most disappointing coil known to mankind. Yep. This is the loot. With tilde, it was now time for the Burning Shores, which begins with me being completely surrounded by Apex machines. But, thanks to some expert maneuvering, luck, and some well-placed shots, Seika, this predicament was unpredicamented. I'm sorry. Anyways, I headed to the fleet's end with Seika, and there I purchased the Elite Frost and Elite Traps coils, which both came in very handy later on. Now, the next fight of the Burning Shores is a tough one. You have to defeat a Bile-Gut, which spawns in these little shockingly nice machines that I repaired to kill without reliable spread damage. And would you look at that, I don't have reliable spread damage. With this in mind, I had the bright idea of trying to skip this fight because 1, I didn't want to deal with that, and 2, because I believe there was a trigger somewhere in the building you and Seika climb that could progress the quest without me fighting Frogman. So, I spent about half an hour utilizing the very generous horizon movement, making micro adjustments to seemingly impossible jumps, just to make it to the top and realize that there were absolutely no triggers. With this very disappointing discovery, I decided to try and fight the Bile-Gut from up top, but somehow, this was harder. And yeah, after all of that, I decided just to fight the Bile-Gut. I might just have to brave it and go down there. What's up, Seika? Nice instant brutal. Good hit. Why am I itchy? Not a good time. Nice. Never seen that before. Wow. With metal frog legs on the menu, I once again climbed up the tower and destroyed the weird anti-air thing. I also got a very nice coil that, unfortunately, I couldn't get 2 of because they patched the weird bug that allowed you to loot the machine twice. No! Now with a considerable boost in power, I restocked on resources and headed on over to Lodger's Tower. Other than being a menace with the ballista for 15 minutes, things went pretty fudging terrible. I hate this fight. Next, we headed off to farm for more shards for like the 30th time this playthrough and ventured down in the Lodger's cult basement where I definitely didn't get stuck on whoever the hell this guy is for approximately 2 hours of my life because I missed his obvious shock weakness and died over and over and over again until I used shock traps. He's dead! Couldn't be me.
Are you sure about that?
Anyways, after losing even more of my sanity farming for more shards, Seika and I had a lovely flight on over to Lodger's theme park where something diabolical awaited us. With a whopping 33,075 health, the ability to one-shot me no matter what attack it uses, the Apex Slaughter Spine was going to be the hardest and the last hurdle between me and the oversized spider.
Oh, what a shame.
With Seika at my side, unreasonably large pockets at my waist, and the only bow worthy of this honor at my back, we blew the slaughter out of the spine. Wait, other way around. No, we blew the we blew the spine out of Slaughter Spine. There we go. I got, yeah.
My Zenith weapon gives me the upper hand here. Give me my all! Hold on, Tina! We'll protect you!
slow, slow, slow.
Oh, can't take you down that easy. It's gonna be okay. You don't take more than that, huh?
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, this is it.
Stay where you are, Tina.
It's dead! Oh! Now we have to fight the horse.
Oh shit, here we go again.
After the loss of 10 years of my life fighting the apex slaughter spine, it was now time to lose even more in the battle against the horse. This metal arachnid, or lobster according to the wiki, poses two issues. One, traps are not effective against it. And two, it hits really hard. But like I always say, when they have steel balls, you've got to forge yourself some tungsten balls. Now enough talk. It's time to finish this playthrough once and for all.
Where do you want me?
Stay up there.
You brought this on yourself.
On the arm. You've got an opening.
Time for your credits to roll.
Moly, that was a long fight. Oh my gosh. Well, I definitely know the horse signs attacks now. Alright, Londra. Nice to see you.
Just die! Enough of this!
I need another way to drain its power.
If I die, I will build it.
One more.
Come on.
Got it.
Yes!
Orbs down. Now for my spear. Gotta shut this monstrosity down for good.
Wowza. This was fun. And it turns out you can indeed beat Horizon Forbidden West as Basekit Aloy. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I know this one's a bit shorter than the rest, and it's mainly because using traps and the same two weapons over and over is a bit boring to watch. I was also very quiet throughout this playthrough due to how focused I needed to be against many of these bosses. I mean, all the endgame fights each took about 15 to 20 minutes from the start of the attempt to the finish. Speaking of big numbers, I actually managed to use more traps in this playthrough than I have in my 130-hour save game. Anyways, if you'd like to see more, feel free to click one of the videos on screen. But either way, thank you for watching and have a lovely week.